What's going on? Welcome to another 2-minute review. What the fuck is that? Nope. Where the fuck are you going, Quotes? No, get back here! Oh, you bastard! Well, looks like this 2-minute review is actually gonna have to be under 3 minutes long. Maybe that's not a bad thing. I mean, occasionally I do need to be contained. I mean, I could do 100 2-minute reviews, and 98 of them might actually be 2 minutes long, but in endeavoring to make them 2 minutes long, I'll cut out all the superfluous bullshit. Get right down to the nitty-gritty. Because while my reviews will always be tinged with opinion, otherwise what are they? What are you? I want to keep the facts facts, the review tight, and the scatological metaphors as tortured as the inside of a toilet bowl after a drunken night at Taco Bell. For my first attempt at really nailing this down in under 3 minutes, I've given myself a fairly easy challenge, a standalone expansion for a game I've already reviewed, inFamous Second Son. Alright, let's do this shit. Start the fucking clock! Woo! Here's a sad but unavoidable fact. I'll be able to list every substantial difference between Second Son and First Light before this video's 30-second mark. This character model, this travel mechanic, this competitive battle arena, and this portion of Seattle devoid of the decorative rocks and outdoor holding cells that were the calling card of the DUP during Second Son. That's it. That's all. That's everything. And if you were expecting more, well, so was I. Yes, as Fetch is native to her neon powers, she can do quite a bit more of them than Second Son's Delson, including some brutally fun melee moves and hyper-fast wall running thanks to speed-boosting neon clouds scattered throughout the city. Which she'll need because she's not quite the climber Delson was. Is. Fucking prequels. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use some of her coolest moves during the game's main campaign, as they are unlocked upon completion of that campaign, because fuck you. How else is Sucker Punch supposed to give you any replay value for 15 bucks? Certainly not with the game's campaign missions, which, with the exception of a half-ass sniping minigame thing, are identical to those found in Second Son. Stand in this truck and shoot things. Free these people from DUP cages. Spray paint this wall. Neon as a verb this wall. It still doesn't work! And speaking of that 15 bucks, it's $10 in the word standalone away from realizing its true potential, as a $5 add-on for Second Son. I don't know what compulsion, probably money, drove Sucker Punch to make this a standalone expansion, but they did, and now they just look stupid. They robbed the game of an opportunity to use the entire map of Seattle, which I guess saved them some work, but they don't offer enough new within the limited space to warrant the price tag. You know what did warrant its price tag? inFamous Festival of Blood. There was a new and interesting spooky plot, an entire stable of new vampire powers, and a completely reskinned portion of Numerae to explore. That shit was awesome. That made sense of the standalone expansion. It charmed its way into my pants and stole my wallet. First Light is like a handsy old man over the clothes violating me in a crowded bar. And I can't move, and I don't want to talk about it! Even with the lack of effort in Spartan additions, First Light's one saving grace could have been its plot. It isn't. Not only is it irredeemably boring, but it ruins the character of Fetch in ways I can't get into without entering spoiler territory. So stay tuned after the review if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on that particular. And I know a lot of what I just said was profoundly negative. Well, nearly everything I just said was profoundly negative. But I'm not saying this game's a pile of shit. It's just that everything that was good about it was good in Second Son, and the entertainment value is fleeting. It's fun to run around as Fetch and collect lumens, but it's not worth 15 bucks. And what's worse is that Sucker Punch is a company that should have known better. As for my buying advice, even if you really want to play more inFamous, just put Second Son back in, or buy Sucker Punch's much better standalone Festival of Blood for PS3 if you don't already have it, because there's not nearly enough in First Light to warrant your cash. Wait for a price drop. The timer's off. This doesn't count. Also, spoilers for Second Son and First Light inbound, and I'm not on script right now at all, just talking, so. I just want to talk for a second about the character Fetch, who I found to be one of the most compelling cast members in inFamous Second Son. And the impetus for her rage that was her driving character trait in both Second Son and now in First Light was an incident in which she killed her brother because she thought her brother had taken her stash of heroin. And First Light just took a big shit on that by retconning the entire situation. What occurs in First Light is that she's already clean. She's no longer on drugs, and the antagonist drugs her, and while she's stumbling around in a fog, she accidentally kills her brother because she's hallucinating. They don't know what fucking drug they're giving her. Heroin would just make her pass out in that large of a dosage, and, you know, acid doesn't even, whatever. So it's no longer her fault. This important moment that defines her as a character, defines her rage, which then defines her as a character, no longer has the context it did, or the weight behind it that it did. Because in Second Son, she was mad at herself and confused and filled with regret, and now she's just pissed off because probably she has to do these goddamn fucking graffiti missions. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm tilting the fucking controller. Just, fuck!